Hey, this is Trina Rodriguez, CEO and founder of FEMEWork, coming to you with episode 4 of Your Right to Ignite. So, today we're going to talk about mirror. I believe that we could all benefit from spending some time just looking at ourselves and reflecting on the person that we see in the mirror. We'll talk a little bit more about that on the other side. But here we go. Mirror. It was the mirror that gave me away. It seemed no matter how far I walked away from it, it seemed to follow me, convict me, keep me from feeling good. My reflection, my guilt, my reality was all in the mirror. And for some reason, I had tons of mirrors around me. There seemed to be one of these freaking things in every room, taunting me, laughing at me, scaring me, telling me who I am and reminding me of what I had done. I hated them. So I began to cover them over slowly but surely. It seemed every day for the past 3 weeks I have either blacked out a mirror, replaced one, covered it up, or took it down altogether and left an empty spot. The funny thing is that though the spot was empty, I still caught a glimpse of myself as I passed it. Almost like it was still there. Was it the mirror I needed to deal with, or the feeling that lurked inside of me? That feeling of imposter syndrome, the feeling that I had made it out of the ghetto. The feeling that someone was going to find out that I was just playing smart, but not really smart. That all of my worldly possessions would be stripped of me once they realized that I was just an ordinary person trying to do something extraordinary and happened to be quite good at it. Then people started paying me and I started living my dreams. It was almost like someone else had taken over my life and I was just admiring their success from outside. Kind of the outside of the mirror. The guilt I felt stemmed from the fact that I had made it out of the ghetto. And that some of my family and friends couldn't make it out of their own mind. They had limiting beliefs, and it kept them right in the old neighborhood where we grew up. Doing all the things that I taught people to avoid if they wanted to see a better life. How is it that you can convince total strangers that they can be great, and you can't even get your family to believe that they're worthy of greatness? It was hard for me because I decided to move to another state, to buy a big house and live the life that was calling me. I refused to allow my past to determine what my future looked like, but these damn mirrors kept showing me this poor little struggling girl that wanted to be successful, but had no idea what success looked like or where it could be found. It was like there was a wandering little girl inside my head that continued to be lost and questioned everything about herself. She would say, "Why do you deserve to live in this nice house? Why do you need to vacation every year, several times a year, to escape this awesome life? Why do you have 3 cars in the garage when you can only drive one? Why? Never saying that she's proud of me or that she can see how hard I've been working. Never acknowledging that I sacrificed a great portion of my life to struggle in order to gain freedom. Never seeing me for who I am today instead of comparing me to who I was. This little girl in my head irritated the hell out of me, and I didn't know how to shake her. So one day I decided to stop hiding from the mirror, to stop taking them down and covering them up, but taking a moment to just sit in front of them and embrace the lost little girl inside. Since she was the only one I saw in the mirror, I needed to talk to her and assure her that I loved and needed her just as much I needed to love and embrace the person I had become. See, healing is a process that no one wants to confront, but it's necessary. I decided to take her dead on and listen to what she was trying to tell me. And lo and behold, what she was trying to say was that she loved me too. That she didn't want me to forget her because she is the reason that I am successful. All of the experiences and traumas she endured allow me to be at the level I am today. See, once she figured out that I was not trying to leave, forget, or abandon her, she began to accept our success and enjoy the fruits of both our labors. I could have never gotten to this point if I continued to run from my past and leave her behind. We became one, and that was the best solution for us both. Healing is a wonderful thing when you sit down and have the hard conversations with yourself and decide to move forward together, which is what we did. Well, that's Mirror. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me tell you, I've had some hard conversations with the person that I see in the mirror. When I walk past and she's 30 pounds heavier than she wants or needs to be. When she's trying to fit into a mold that somebody else has tried to prepare for her. When she's trying to show up for herself even when she feels less than perfect. The reflection of the person in the mirror is the only person that really truly matters. You have to love that person first and foremost. If you can get that self-love and that inner being, inner knowing of who you are, then you can share your love with others, because that is really the foundation in which you get to build your love for others. So it is imperative that you have these hard conversations, that you begin to heal, that you understand that the traumas that you've been through and the things that have happened to you has built this mighty, resilient, amazing person that you have become. And it's okay to say, you know what, that was a part of me and that was then and this is now. But if you don't acknowledge and take that person with you, you'll always be fighting to not return, which is fighting against the goodness of who you are. So I say, clench hands, take her, grab her, and decide that, hey, we're one. We went through this together, and we're the reason why we're as strong and beautiful and imperfect as we are today. So that's Mirror. I want to thank you again for joining me for episode 4, Mirror. And please be sure to click to subscribe. I've been getting a lot of feedback on the videos and they have been good. And I think that it has some healing powers in some of these stories. So I hope that you choose to share it with your family and friends. And I will see you again on the next episode of Your Right to Ignite. Have a good evening. Thank you.